What's happening? Tell you what's happening. Right, over the last couple of weeks, I put a few things out on my Instagram story and my Facebook, etc. If you wanted to ask me any questions, literally you can just fire away at me, and I'll do a little response video, because I don't do YouTube live, to be honest with you. I know quite a few of you said, Joe, pop in time to time, do some YouTube live. It's not really me, I'll be honest with you. You guys literally just used to see me pop up on a Tuesday doing an explore and a little stock and filler video either on a Friday or a Sunday when I'd put something up or some drone stuff up. So we never really had the face-to-face interaction that you've had over the last couple of weeks, simply because of this coronavirus and the lockdown. I've just been doing a little face-to-face, haven't I? You know, telling positive thoughts what you can do, but also sharing what I've been doing during the lockdown, which you guys seem to love for some reason. So there we go. If you don't mind the bearded one? The bearded one even? Jesus, I can't even speak. Right, if you don't mind the bearded one, pop it in from time to time. You know, I'll do more of those sorts of videos. So here we go. I've done a list, right? And as I said previously, if you want to ask me any questions now, here's your chance. Put them in the comments below. And when I do a few video responses of these questions, because one or two of them are going to be a lot longer than just an average one, right? So anything you want to ask me, pop it below, and I'll be sure to add it in if this list already doesn't cover it, all right? So the first question I got asked, who is Jordan Boss Thomas, and is Boss really a middle name? Right, okay. Jordan Boss Thomas, who is me? I'm just your average cat, innit? I don't think I'm anything special. I don't put myself up here. I'm literally just an average guy, same level as you and I. Down to earth, chill vibes. Apparently I'm not that average, but there you go. I suppose I haven't really lived an average life, you know. I've been lucky in a sense, you know. I've always been lucky growing up with my parents, but I suppose also I sort of stepped myself a different path to everybody else with running the business, you know, getting into a world full of old stuff, if you like, the retro stuff, the vintage stuff, where you're all getting excited over this, that and that. I was getting excited over old enamel sounds, dinky toys, corgi toys, all that sort of stuff. So who is Jordan Boss Thomas? Don't really know how to answer that. I'm just me, you know. I don't think I'm anything special, you know. Literally just me. So I hope that answers. And Boss isn't my real middle name. No, Daniel is my real middle name. I know. To believe it or not, here's a story for you. For the first week and a half of my life, I think it was, I was actually called Daniel Jordan. And apparently I didn't look like a Daniel. So mum and dad mixed it up and I become Jordan Daniel. It's not hyphened, but don't use the middle name very often. But Boss has always been my nickname from like a young age, going way back in sort of secondary school. That's a story for another day though, right? Okay, so then I've got asked, why did I choose to become a toy dealer? What's the story behind that? And do I make good money? You cheeky buggers, that's exactly what it is. Right, why did I choose to become a toy dealer? This I'm going to do in a separate video because there's a lot from point A to point B to where we are now, yeah? I'm not telling how much money I make, don't be rude. Secondly, what got me into abandoned buildings? How long have I explored? What do I enjoy about them? And what photography equipment do I use? Right, I'm going to do a separate video for the abandoned buildings. I knew this was going to come up, right? Because I've done it over 10 years, so, well, 11 years now. Jeez, we're flying by. Done it over 11 years, so there's a lot to get at through that video. So I thought, you know what, I'll do a separate video for that. What photography equipment do I use? Okay, I use my trusty old Canon 5D Mark II, which I had brand new about 2011, I want to say. I think it was around about then I bought it. Camera's incredible, right? It's never been serviced, it's never been cleaned. It's gone through a floor at Targarth with me, cracked the screen. It still literally keeps on going, like there's no problems with it. I'd love to know what the shutter count is on it, 'cause it's gotta be in the millions and the millions and the millions. I'm not joking, because I use it every day for the business, but use it for exploring. Right, the drone stuff, I got a DJI Mavic Pro 2, which I've had just over about a year now. You know, it's got the 4K Hasselblad camera on it. Incredible piece of equipment. Don't use the drone enough, I'll be honest with you. I've probably used it about 10 to 15 times since I've had it. So, you know, I think sometimes that was a waste of 1,500 quid, wasn't it? But it's not. It's there when I use it. And for Viking Views now and all this is over, I'm going to be using it a lot. And also for some paranormal stuff. Yeah, got you thinking now as well, haven't I? But I want to use it for myself as well anyway. On this little new venture with the BMX. And I put the drone in a backpack on the back and see where I end up. If I find something cool, I get the drone up and upload videos for you guys, innit? See, I'm looking at thinking of you all the time, right? So there we go. Right, why do I investigate the paranormal world? Have I ever seen a ghost? I thought that one stood out to me as well. This is going to be a separate video as well, because do you know what? I don't even know if I can do it on my channel, because on Portal Paranormal, the plan is to do our paranormal stories. So I think I'll save the full extent of that for Portal Paranormal. If you haven't checked it over already, if you haven't been there. You know, what are you doing? There's nearly 5,000 subscribers here. Go check out Viking Views. Go check out Portal Paranormal. That's my stuff. You get to see more of me and some cool stuff. Have I ever seen a ghost? Right. Again, interesting stuff. I wouldn't necessarily describe it as seeing a ghost, but yes, I've seen a full figure 4 or 5 times in my life. I want to say that's like enough to make me, oh yeah, right, goosebumps just thinking about it now. So that's going to be in that video. Right, here we go. Am I taken? Ooh, my friends. Jesus, if you follow me, you should know this, right? Yes, I am taken. I got a gorgeous wife. There she is. I see Dan Disorders popping up in my messages now, and he's clearing. I was going to show you the backdrop on there then. How do I clear that? I don't even know. Blame Dan Disorder, but she's on the background on my phone there, and you can also catch her down there. So yeah, that's my wife, that's my queen, that's my ride or die, as they say. Friendships, yeah, I got a lot of friends. You're all my friends, you know. I'm lucky enough, right? I feel quite blessed in this aspect. I know a lot of people from the Volkswagen world, from the hot rod world. I know a lot of people from the toy world, but also back in the days of school and just growing up, etc. You meet characters, cats along the way, don't you? And from that, I've got a lot of friends. I feel quite blessed with that. I know on my Facebook, it's literally I'm not far off the limit, which is about 5,000 friends. I've had a few messages over the times, but you know, you just say on Facebook, you meet all these different people add you. I'm quite thinking who I accept, because I try to keep it down to people I actually speak to. And don't be so stupid, you can't speak to 5,000 people. That's what you're going to say to me. Do you know what? At some point, I've probably had a lot of interactions with some of those people, wherever they are customers who are now, or I class as friends, or like the Volkswagen world. Doesn't matter what Volkswagen you drive, where you are around the world, literally, right? Your family. There's no way about it. Your family. You can sit and have a beer with them, can have a chat with them. There's no right or wrong way, and you can appreciate it. So yeah, and there we go. When it comes to my close friends, right? Johnny, my boy Johnny is like a brother to me. He has been for many, many years. How he puts up with me, I do not know. Yeah, he's my boy, even if I can't see him much at the minute with all this going on, because normally Saturday night was date night for me and him, mandate. He'd come down and we'd have go out for food, have a beer, go out for a cruise, as always. So yeah, he's my boy. It doesn't matter how long it goes between I see him. When I do see him, it's like no time has passed, and that's exactly the same with my boy Dan as well. Again, Dan is more like, well, he is a brother to me as well, to be fair. And the relationship with him has just blossomed over the last couple of years. Because, you know, I've only known him 3-4 years now, maybe coming up. But, you know, like when you just link with someone and literally they just get your banter, you get their banter, and you can have a laugh, you can have a chill. That's what Dan is. That's why I'm on this venture with him with Viking Views and Portal Paranormal, because it's my boy since early, innit? It's literally, how do I even describe it? It's like a brother, yeah? Brotherly love. Sometimes you'll have a little bit of an argument, but it's just, and we wind each other up, and then it's like it never happened. But that's how it should be, if you ask me. So yeah, that's a close one to me. Mr. Lee, oh, shout out Mr. Lee. He is a gentleman, same as Alan, gentleman. And you know, there's many other of you as well that's in a close circle to me. I'm not going to spit you all out, but you know, that's my close ones, yeah. Right, why am I into cars? How many cars have I had? What's my favourite car? And what's going to be your next car? Do you know what? Go on to Viking Views, because there's a video I did about this, chatting about my car history. But I'm guessing I passed my test in 2008. It took me 8 weeks to learn to drive. Well, I booked my test the day after my birthday, but I couldn't get it for 8 weeks. I'm not even joking with you. So I had 9 lessons, and there we go, dragged it over there. Passed first time, 4 minors. But so since 2008, I've probably had 30 something cars. Yeah, wasted money, but there we go. I don't drink to a high extent. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. Work hard. So my escape was cars. I feel like I don't even need to explain that. But if I wanted something, I got it, you know. And I felt quite blessed and privileged with stuff like that as well. That I was working hard so I could afford to buy the cars, and I was buying them for cash as well, which was bonkers back as like a 17, 18, 19-year-old, where, you know, I can remember I was 18 and a half, and I'd already started off the 1.4 SRI course, and I went to, literally within a couple of months, I bought a nearly new Astra 1.9 SRI 150 brake coupe. At the time, I thought I was chocolate, I thought that was good. From that, I went to the A4 estate. Again, I must have been just turned 18 when I bought that. And literally not long after, and I bought the M Sport 5 Series BMW. Again, thought I was a bit chocolate with it, but I would never like go and rub it or show it in anyone's face. To me personally, driving down the street, I felt good. Yeah, does that make sense? And from then, it's near enough been Audis all the way, aside from classic E30 BMWs, the odd few like random midlife, early crisis car. Aside from that, it's been Audis, and you know what? I got such a good relationship with Sinclair Audi. Again, see them all as my friends. That's where I will continue, and that's why I've continued going there time after time, year after year, because the quality is outstanding, the service is outstanding, and it's no hassles. Do you know what? At the time I first walked into Sinclair, I must have been, sugar, 21-ish, something like that, and 21, 22, I want to say. Yeah, it must have been around about then. Yeah, sorry, just getting with the time. Literally, I'm 28, I'm getting old. And I walked in, and I had a sort of few cars in mind, and I was having an hour in between. I love the A5, right? That was the car I was looking at. But also there was this 330 BMW Coupe, which I loved. I had a previous 330 diesel. This was a petrol. And I went around places and they like, oh, I like this, like that. No one took you serious. Literally just pushed other cars on you. What about this? What about that? What about that? Nah, I walked into Sinclair Audi. Said to the girl in the reception, I can't remember who it was at the time, but I said, look, I said, there's an A5 Sportback out there, 2-litre TFSI S-Line one, stunning. I said, I really like that. It was low miles as well. It was only like something like 30,000 on the clock. It was about a year and a half old, something like that. It was about 20 grand the car was. I said, look, I like that car. Someone can show me around, go for a test drive, wherever. Out rolls my boy Andrew Llewellyn, which I got a lot of time for, and I'm still really good friends with. And do you know what? He listened to everything I said and didn't push nothing on me. Give me the keys to go for a drive, no problem, Jord. Went back to the showroom and I said, look, I said out of courtesy, I said, mind if I just go show my parents this car? I said, see what they think of it. Don't know why, they had nothing to do with it, but I got a great relationship with my mum and dad. I was excited, wanted to show them. So he said, yeah, no problem, hop back in. So he took time out of his day again then for me to drive the car over about, 10-15 minutes to go and show them. Loved it. I was like, I'm gonna have it, go back. And then I can remember this is my first experience with a guy, Chris, now big man in the garage. And literally sat down in the office and broke him down until it was like, right, no more. And I was like, right, nah, don't worry, I'm going. So I got up and walked, sat back in my excited A4 state at the time. I was like, go back, and I was like, you know, I'll stuff it. They gave me such a good cash deal on the car, bought it for cash, and they took me serious, and which is what I like. And ever since then now, I've gone back year after year, and I've climbed with cars and climbed with price, but it doesn't matter. They treat everyone with respect, and that's what I like. That's what car garages should be like. See, rambling. This is why this should have gone in a different video. So there we go. Right, what's my height and what's my weight? Jesus, what, you want to get a suit for me or what? Jeez. Right, I'm 6'4", barefoot. And my weight. Right, how long have we been on lockdown now? About 4 or 5 weeks. I weighed once a week in the gym. Last time I weighed, I was 21 stone 4. Here we go. I'm in a 38 waist Levi, so it's not even that I'm overweight, really. I've got a bit of a beer belly, but a lot of it has to, not even a lot of it, has to be muscle, no joke, right? So there we go. My favourite music type or movie. Right, I love hip-hop. Hip-hop's where it's at for me. Love the UK grime. Always have done. I'm blessed. I grew up in the era. Dizzy Rascal, Bashi, all that stuff. All the underground grime stuff, early Kano, etc. Which I absolutely love. But, I miss the original OG hip-hop era, if you like. NWA, who else did we have? Just hip-hop for that, right? The early days. Fat Joe early days, etc. Cool J early days. But I've been brought up around that. So NWA, all that sort of stuff, right through to now. I went from a stage then, from that, to getting into like 3-6 Mafia, the Dirty South stuff. Growing up in the mid-2000s, I think as well, that was a great era for hip-hop, Outkast were dropping some cool stuff at that time, even though they're earlier. But yeah, hip-hop is where it's at for me, always has done. I love the early stuff, love the 80s, the right, New York, getting it done sort of stuff, right through to South Central, right through to the Dirty South, right through to where we are now. Not so much hip-hop now, do you know what, I listen to a few bits of the modern stuff, I don't mind, Drake, Rick Ross, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm into that, that's cool. But again, it's so, to be fair, it all sounds a little bit the same now. Yeah, ASAP Rocky, all that stuff. I like that. Yeah, don't get me wrong. But if you jump in a car with me, it's going to be classic stuff you're going to hear. So much for the grime as well. Aside from a few bits, Bugsy, all that sort of stuff. A lot of it is classic grime, which I love. But then again, depending on who I'm with, like with Lee, I'll jump in a car, rock up to some 80s anthems with him. And, you know, and the same with the old man. I'll listen to hip-hop with him. Next minute, we're listening to Black Sabbath. So hip-hop, grime, that's the main thing. But I'm one of these, I can listen to everything. Right. What else we got? How long have I had a beard? Right, started growing facial hair when I was in about year 10 in school. Yeah, not even joking. Used to get in a bit of trouble with it. You know, we weren't allowed it then, so I started shaving in school. Do you know what? I got end of year 11, done the GCSEs. I started growing stubble and facial hair. Went into school then. When I went back to school, year 11, year 12, sixth forms, I had a beard. Here we go. Different styles, different designs. But this one, probably had for about 6 years. It gets higher, gets lower, gets higher, gets lower. Lockdown is going to get longer, and then I'll shave it off probably and go shorter, have a clean look again. But as many of you will know in some of the previous YouTube videos, beards down here. Right. What do I do in my downtime? Right, downtime for me is gym, exploring's downtime, lucky enough, yeah. Hanging with the boys, having a couple of beers, that's my downtime. Spending family time, spending time with my girl, that's downtime. Love all that sort of stuff. You know, feel quite blessed. Being self-employed, I probably get a lot more downtime to the average Joe, which I feel lucky about. The last question on here as well is, where do I see myself in 5 to 10 years time? Okay, 5 to 10 years time. I haven't really thought about it because I've been on this path of, if you'd asked me 10 years ago, or if a bit longer before I started this business, always wanted to be the best of the best. And a lot of people say to me, Joe, do you know what, for your age, you are the best of what you do in the country. And I'm like, geez, really? And people say as well, you know, and I know I've got a higher selling rate than a lot of people, so I know I'm up there with selling a lot of stuff. So my plan always was, the thing is, right, it's quite sad because a lot of the old guys now are dying out, right, which are friends of mine, and they sort of take me under their wing. Shout out to this guy called Roger, right, he passed away about 3 years ago. Absolute gentleman. He helped me out from the get-go. Could have banter with him, but it's like they take me under the wing. Like in the toy fair now, everyone has accepted me because I'm a young dealer and I got nice stuff, and you know, it is taking bread out of their pockets, I suppose, isn't it? But here we go. This is me. I would, as I said, I'd never rub anyone's face in anything. I'm still an average person. I let you go and I just sell. It's my job, it's my business. And it's the same. I made some great friends, toy dealer friends like Sid, etc. Again, literally take me under the wing, help me out with advice, tell me what I can do. So what do I see myself in 5, 10 years time? I still want to be doing this, no doubt about it. I still want to be exploring. I want to travel a hell of a lot more countries. I'd love to see myself really settling down with a girl, innit? With my queen. 5 to 10 years time, that'll push me mid-30s to late 30s. I think I'd like to have a little one by then. Not even joking with you. So we'll see how that pans out. There's no rush. I'm a true believer in something will happen when it's ready to happen. But yeah, I want to be king of the toy world. I know that sounds silly, but I want to be up there with the best. Yeah, I want to be huge selling amounts, turning over. Viking Views, that's huge for me. I want that to be massive. I want that to be where car dealerships are giving us cars left, right and centre. We can review them, we can have fun with them. We're travelling around the world to the car shows. I want to do Japan. You know, I want to be massive at Viking Views. Same as the paranormal world. That's another mad thing for mine. I got so much passion for it. I want it to get to the point of, if it's lucky enough and feasible, where say it starts making money, then we can hire whatever location we want around the world, because the UK we do that out of our own pockets, but around Europe, around the world, Bobby Mackey's, you know, different hotels around America. Literally, there's places and places. Suicide Forest again, Japan. I want to go around everywhere. So if I can do that with my best friends, now I'm a lucky guy, ain't I, really? So that's the plan. 5 to 10 years, I want to still be shouting here, sitting with you guys. But I would like to think I'd be successful, and I feel quite successful now, but I want it to grow and grow. So there we go. We've rambled for nearly 20 minutes. Bloody hell, I don't know. This is why I want to do separate videos so you don't get bored. If you've actually stayed this whole time and watched it, give me one random word from what I've said, one random sentence from everything, right? If you got to this last point, because I don't know, you've passed a bit of lockdown time away, haven't you? So there we go. I'll do the responses for paranormal, exploring and cars over the next week. I'll still upload stuff I'm up to as well, and I'll, you know, if you want these daily videos, I'll keep doing the daily videos. Easy as 1, 2, 3. So my brethrens, you know, you're all family to me, literally. Thank you for supporting me as well, and on this, and joining me along this adventure. feel quite blessed that I can share it all with you. So there we go. That's nearly 20 minutes of rambling. I think that's enough. Peace and love. Boss is out. Boosh.